Governor Lesetja Kganyago urged the government to implement macroeconomic policy reforms to boost economic growth. He said the changes should also include liberalization of the SA's transport and electricity sectors. The ANC agreed to change central bank's job creation mandate. This is a possibility that has caused investors to worry that changes will undermine independence of institution. Lesetja Kganyago, president of the South African Reserve Bank, called for comprehensive reforms in macroeconomic policies to boost economic growth and reduce exchange rate volatility and country risk. Proposed changes include structural reforms, liberalization of the country's transport and electricity sectors, lowering the inflation target, and a return to predictable, transparent fiscal policy rules. With debt growth driven by our efforts to confront the weakening growth and failure state enterprises, there is little chance of improving credit quality without new rules and more strategic use macroeconomic policy, Kganyago said in a speech at the Peterson Institute. International Economics in Washington on Tuesday. The governor said lowering inflation target to 3%, the lower end of current range, would be a huge benefit for fiscal policy and economic growth. It would also reduce potential for an upward shift in the real exchange rate and reduce credit service costs for countries' over-indebted public sector, he said. Public finances in Africa's most industrialized economy have been hit hard by a decade of bribery known locally as state extortion. A pile of junk credit ratings and rising government debt are adding to the pressure after the R254 billion rand aid package for energy company Eskom. Meanwhile, severe power rationing due to Eskom's inability to meet demand and logistical network constraints is eroding the country's economic growth prospects, disrupting local supply chains and driving inflation. This encourages investors to put a premium on the local currency. Rand lost more than 7% against dollar during year, making it second worst performer in basket of 16 major currencies tracked by Bloomberg. Few friends the SARB's approach to achieving better inflation results, which includes emphasizing constraints that fall outside the scope of monetary policy, didn't earn him many friends, but it did help foster better public discussion about the challenges that are hindering our economy, Kganyago said. The call to lower inflation target will likely be met with criticism from critics of the central bank, including some politicians and workers' groups, who say it should do more to support South Africans and local economy. In January, head of ANC, Gwede Mantashe, said party had agreed to change central bank's job creation mandate. This has caused investors to worry that changes would weaken cent.